What's up, everybody? This is Josh. He read for Practical Theism, getting ready to head into work today. It is Tuesday during Holy Week, and just doing a quick gospel reflection on John 13. Today's gospel, we follow kind of a glimpse into the Last Supper, where Jesus actually is calling out who's going to betray him, Judas Iscariot. And what is really interesting, though, and kind of the point I wanted to focus on specifically, was the end of the reading, which focused particularly on Peter. And Peter, wants to follow Jesus where he goes, because Jesus says, where I'm going, you cannot follow. So he wants to follow him. Peter does. And he's like, what do you mean, where are you going? I can't follow. Like, I'll follow you. Like, I would lay down my life for you. And Jesus says, I kind of imagine Jesus inside kind of chuckling a minute, because at the same time, he really knows what Peter's going to do. As he says, look, Peter, dude, before the cock crows, like, you're going to deny that you even know me, like 3 times. And I think that this this reflects so much of us, especially in American Western culture, when it comes to Christianity, and it's kind of a sobering thought, so I want to kind of lay this out. We go to church on Sunday. We bring our, if you're non-Catholic and you bring your coffee, you got your Bible, you're ready to listen to, the preaching and the music. And I say whether you're not Catholic, because Catholics don't typically bring coffee into church. We save coffee for after church. But we go into the pew on Sunday. We're hoping to be kind of revitalized, reinvigorated for the week. And we're looking for that kind of almost emotional response to what's being preached and some encouragement for the week. And then we go out into the world, and we kind of a lot of us forget what happened that Sunday, that encounter with Christ that we had. We forget about it. And all of a sudden, we're in the mix, in the thick of the week, and it's as if our lives don't ever reflect that we're followers of Christ. And if you look at this actually on full display, the kind of most sobering thought is exactly what Jesus means when he's talking about Peter and saying, like, look, you're going to follow with me. Like, I'm going to be away from you for a short time, but there will come a time when, look, you're going to follow suit with everything I'm going through. What he's meaning when he's talking about specifically, you are going to, you can't follow me now. He's talking specifically about the crucifixion, his sacrifice that he's going to make on the cross. He says, look, for a time, you're not going to be following me, but you will follow me down the road. And you look at this on full display as you look through the course of human history, where the first 30 popes or so, took the office of the pope knowing that they were going to go to their death. You look at the early Christians, people became Christians in the midst and the thick of the Nero persecution and the early Roman persecution of Christians. You became Christian knowing that you could die, right? How many of us in American culture today would squirrel back into our shell and deny that we even know Christ the minute we're faced with opposition? If the presidency and democracy in America all of a sudden became a communist country and Christianity was outlawed, what would the response of 80% of the Christians be? Would it be, Christ, I will follow you, I will lay down my life for you? Or would it be, oh yeah, the Christian thing was nice for a time, but yeah, it's cool, I'm good. I'm good not following Christ because I don't want to die. It's a sobering thing to think about, because we don't face the same kind of persecution out here today the way that many of our brothers and sisters in the Middle East face it, particularly with, the extremists like ISIS who execute Christians just to execute Christians, right? We don't see that on full display here in America. And so it's something that I always like to sober myself up with real quick and really check myself, and saying, what is your motivation, Josh? What do you, what's your motivation, man? Like, are you really following Christ, follow Christ? Or are you following it because it's convenient, it's an opportunity to help other people in some sort of self-serving way? Or are you really following Christ to follow Christ? And it's a question we should all ask ourselves and ponder this week. do we really know what we're standing up for when we call ourselves Christian, when we wear the banner of a Christian, when we take the cross and wave it around to all of humanity and everybody we encounter with day in and day out? Do we know what we are proclaiming? Because what we're proclaiming is a very radical thing that can be counter to a lot of the world's religions, that is counter-cultural, because the claim that God became man and man died but rose from the dead, that's a bold claim that a lot of people can't really stomach or make sense of. So anyways, that's the sobering thought for the day. I pray that you pray on it and really come to an even stronger, deeper conviction of what you're claiming when you claim Christ. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday. Until tomorrow, catch you then.